Do the sources, the stats, reports, quotes, basically. We pull out the key stuff you need. And today, we're looking at a really high-pressure situation in football right now. Harry Kane at Bayern Munich. I mean, his performance, it's not just dominating the pitch, it's also kicking up this whole financial, well, firestorm off it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. We've got sources on his incredible start at Bayern.
Historically good, you
Yeah.
could say.
And the way the coach is trying to handle things, keep him focused, And yeah, the big one, the contract details, the Premier League pressure, always linking him back. So, our mission, to give you the rundown, the tactical, the financial picture of this whole Kane situation right now.
Okay, let's get into it then. And look, we have to start with the sheer output, the numbers, right? Because what he's doing in the Bundesliga, it's just, well, staggering immediately.
It really is instant impact. In just Bayern's first 4 Bundesliga games, Kane's already got 8 goals.
8 goals in 4 games.
Yeah. That kind of goals-to-game ratio, it just immediately validates that huge investment Bayern made. And, maybe more importantly for the team, all that scoring. It's led directly to perfect results. Bayern are sitting top of the table. Maximum points, 12 from 12.
And it's not just his personal count, is it? It feels like his arrival has lifted the entire attack to a different level, a historical one, actually. The sources are saying that, largely because of him, Bayern have scored 18 times in those first 4 matches. That's a league record.
It is an all-time record.
That's not just a good start. That's the most goals any team has scored in the first 4 games in Bundesliga history.
It really speaks to the efficiency he brings, maybe the synergy he creates too. You don't get team numbers like that if he's just, standing in the box waiting. He's clearly a catalyst. And if you look at the specific game against Hoffenheim recently, that 4-1 win, he got a hat-trick.
Yeah.
Included 2 penalties.
Right, and the penalties. That detail, for me, that's where you see the sheer professional focus. He didn't just score them. Those 2 pens meant he became the first player ever in the Bundesliga to score 17 consecutive penalties.
17 straight.
That kind of consistency, it's not luck, it's not even just talent, is it? It's like a psychological fortress when the pressure's on.
You're absolutely right. 17 in a row tells you he's mastered his routine, he doesn't deviate, he has the nerve. He executes perfectly when everything's on the line, which, let's face it, for a club like Bayern is pretty much every weekend. So if he's that meticulous on the pitch, someone has to be just as meticulous managing all the noise off it. And, well, that brings us straight to the coach, Vincent Kompany.
Absolutely. Kompany must be thrilled with the results, but he's got that tough job, hasn't he? Managing the narrative while Kane's on this incredible hot streak. So how is Kompany talking about Kane's role, beyond just putting the ball in the net?
Kompany's being quite smart. Rhetorically, he's really emphasizing Kane's evolution as a more complete player. He said Kane was always a goal scorer, sure, but that he made a conscious decision to open up his game to different things. Now, what does opening up his game actually mean, like, tactically?
Well, it means he's not just camping out in the penalty area, is he? If you watch Bayern play, Kane often drops deeper than you'd expect from a typical number 9. He gets involved in the build-up, he sprays passes, helps the wingers make runs, links the midfield to the attack. It kind of turns him from just a great finisher into a real creative force, too. Which is exactly what you need if you want to win the Champions League.
Exactly. And Kompany acknowledges that leadership aspect, too. He calls him one of the best performing players and says he's very fortunate as a coach to have him. Recognizing that leadership, that's crucial for a coach, especially when you look at the kind of schedule Bayern have right now. It's intense.
Oh, that context is vital, isn't it? They've got Werder Bremen this Friday, then they're off to Cyprus for a Champions League match against Paphos, and then straight into an away game at Eintracht Frankfurt, and then the big one, Der Klassiker against Dortmund at home. That's a brutal run of games. High stakes every time.
And that demanding schedule, that's precisely why Kompany is trying to build this wall in the media, isn't it? When he gets asked about, the transfer talk, the future, he gets very protective. He says Kane is in an outstanding phase, and the absolute last thing he wants is to open a door to a different discussion.
Yeah, it's a clear tactic. Create an internal firewall. Keep everyone focused only on the next 90 minutes. But is that sustainable? I mean, can you really just shut down the discussion when these contract details are basically public knowledge? Doesn't denying it sometimes just add fuel to the fire?
Sure.
Especially with the kind of money we're about to talk about.
It's definitely a calculated risk. Kompany's main goal here is internal motivation, keeping the squad focused. He connects Kane's own ambition-winning trophies directly to Bayern's goals. He says Kane has the hunger to win titles, and he can do it at Bayern, and that is the focus. See, he's grounding everything in competition, in glory, not transfer fees or exit plans. He's really trying to push this narrative that Kane is settled, he's happy, he's committed to the mission right now.
Right. But company can try and close that door. But the external sources, even while acknowledging the current success, they keep mentioning the contract. That window seems wide open for other clubs. So, okay, let's dive into the rumor mill, because this is where the money, Kane's age, that ambition, it all really comes together.
Yeah, and we need to remember the context of the move itself. Kane, he's 32 now. He made that huge, probably quite painful decision in 2023 to leave Spurs, his boyhood club. That wasn't just a transfer. It felt like a career move, specifically aimed at finally winning major trophies. And his contract with Bayern runs until 2027. On paper, that looks like a pretty long-term commitment.
On paper, yes. But the transfer speculation keeps coming back to one thing: reports of a very specific release clause, an exit clause.
Yeah.
And the reported amount is 65 million euros. Now, for a player of Kane's quality, someone who guarantees goals, has broken records in England and Germany, 65 million in today's market. That sounds low, almost like a bargain.
It absolutely is a potential bargain. You look at what clubs are paying for, frankly, unproven potential, especially in the Premier League. $65 million for a guaranteed world-class high-scoring veteran, even at 32. That's an investment a lot of top clubs could easily justify. It takes away a lot of the financial risk compared to getting dragged into a long, messy negotiation battle.
And we know exactly where a lot of that external pressure, that noise is coming from, don't we? The Premier League. We saw it pretty clearly when Thomas Frank, the Spurs manager, weighed in. He said lots of Tottenham fans, and he actually included himself, would love to see Kane back in London someday.
Yeah, Frank's comments really hit on that ongoing emotional connection, but also the strategic desire, right? He's kind of the voice of the Premier League keeping that possibility alive. But he was realistic, too. He noted Kane's success last season, top scorer, won the title in his current fantastic performance. So Frank thinks he'll probably stay in Bayern for now. He doesn't see an immediate return happening.
But, and this is the crucial bit, I think he leaves the door wide open, doesn't he? He emphasizes Kane is welcome back if he ever decides to return. It just creates this constant loop. Kane is having historic success now on the pitch, record-breaking stuff. But he's always got this shadow following him, this narrative of an eventual return, all thanks to that reported clause.
That tension, that's really the core thing we're seeing in the sources here. It's fascinating, this immediate split, isn't it? On one hand, you have current record-breaking success. On the other, this long-term contractual uncertainty. And the sources show that split focus clearly. Internally, Bayern, led by company, they are laser-focused on the next game, the next challenge, the Champions League, Dortmund. But externally, the Premier League, the media, they're already looking ahead, fixated on that future clause, that potential multi-million euro exit.
So what does this all boil down to for you listening? It means you're getting a real-time look at a masterclass in modern sports management, really. You're watching a situation where incredible scoring stats and these potentially huge financial exit clauses are just colliding day in, day out. It's this complex mix of pure professional ambition and, well, hard business reality.
It truly is. It's a case study in how you maintain focus when there's just chaos swirling around.
Yeah, exactly. So given Kane is literally shattering records right now, and his coach is out there publicly fighting to keep the focus just on the next match, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Which pressure is actually greater for an elite athlete like him right now? Is it the immediate pressure, the demanding schedule, chasing titles, the Champions League, facing huge rivals like Dortmund? Or is it the constant background noise, the public speculation about that multi-million euro exit clause that everyone knows is there? That's maybe something for you to think about, to mull over on your own.